everybody. It's been a while. Look at my tan face. I was on vacation. I'm just joking. I wasn't on vacation. I don't take vacations anymore. I take them when I retire in like 4 years, 5 years. Next Olympics. That's the goal. Drinking Gatorade today. I went to the beach. Social distancing be damned, I say. Damned. Hated it. Hated the idea of going to the beach. When you're on the sand, no problem, right? It's when you're going back to your car, when you got to go and get that sand off you at the shower. I was like, nope, not doing this again, not for a while. So what's up, Nathan? What's up, Gio? Hey, everybody. Guys, I'm very sorry that I have not been as active the last week or so. It's just really been hectic, and I am finding it hard to just have the energy to jump on. I mean, I'm like watching futures every night. Like, I don't know. I'm getting like 5 hours of sleep. What's up, Short Squeeze? So yeah, guys, so I'm going to be doing this again tonight at 8:30 on the TTG channel with Mike. I'll just be there on audio. Glenny. So, you know, we get into a lot of stuff on that stream. But, you know, one of the things, obviously, that I really want to get you guys going for this one is this week's going to be fucking nuts. Just nuts. Like Studio 54, nuts. Like nuts on your face. Like this. Ah, nuts. It's nuts. Ah, oh, what's going on? I just came to use the bathroom. Ah, why is everybody jizzing on me? This is what the market is going to be like. Okay? That's what the market's going to be like. But you know what, guys? I feel comfortable enough because I gave you guys a great trade last week and the week before. Roku, that was like the gift I kept on giving all week, all night long. IWM puts all week long. SPY puts all week long. So yeah. So you know, so I figured I would do this. I would jump on for, you know, an hour or so, and like I'll let you guys bounce shit off of me. All right. So without further ado, this is Q&A with the wolf, or the DILF. Hold on, I gotta adjust this so it just says. There we go, DILF. You don't see. Just see. All right. Okay. SPY 290 end of the week. Realistic? Probably not. Okay. Not out of the realm of possibilities, but this is why I think SPY 290 this week. Look, SPY 290 this week, if we think that it's going that way, you don't even need to play the SPY. All right. That's when you start buying puts in Shopify, Square. I mean, Facebook, people are going to buy puts in. That's when you start buying puts in airlines. I wouldn't even go straight airlines. I would go like Expedia, Boeing, because, you know, there's just going to be a lot of problems. You know, U.S. Steel, I bought puts, and you guys might be able to even get a better price even if we gap up somehow tomorrow. I don't know how we gap up tomorrow, but I bought next week $7 puts on U.S. Steel. I'd like to take that a little bit further out. I think 293 to 295 would be a rational place for the SPY to end up sometime this week. Now, when I say rational, I mean that's based off of, you know, how everything's supposed to trade in, you know, a normal world. But, you know, we're not in a normal world right now. So, yes, of course, you know, we're going to have that Fed pump. Thoughts on SPY puts for November? Guys, if you're, all right, so I'll tell you the SPY puts that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at SPY puts for August, okay? So I'm thinking 285 just as kind of a safer play. And that's more of, hey, let's try and get the direction. So I'm looking at August 21st, 285 SPY puts, all right? I was looking at them last week when it was at 314, and I'm kicking myself every day this week. I said, look, you know, so I did a stream on TTG last Monday, and I said, you know, it looks like we're in like this plateau area between like 309 and like 314.50. I shit you not, the very next day, our top tick on the SPY to the penny was 314.50, and we have gone down ever since. Look, coronavirus cases are getting nasty. I know people that work at the CDC. I know people that work in ERs in 2 different hospitals here in the state of Florida. And they were like, it is fucking bad. And it's bad again, you know? These fucking doctors and nurses and orderlies and everything, they're going to have fucking PTSD from this shit, you know? Basically having to kick people out. So, yeah. All right, what are the brain busters you got? Puts, Geo 702. I'm still sitting on a lot of puts. Casinos particularly, Win, ERI, MGM. I think you want to stay active in them. I think you want to trim. Because look, nothing's going to go just linear, like straight down, like ski slope, okay? It's going to be more like moguls, okay? Little fucking this. So it's going to go like this. So when it goes like this, you know, you want to sell at that bottom right before it makes that little pop. And then, or no, you sell it at that bottom. When it gets to the pop, then you reload the option. Keep yourself a little honest, make yourself a little bit more coin, manage, you know, reduce your risk. You don't want to just hold the option, you know, especially if it's trading within like a crazy range, right? You know, and the casino stocks have been trading in kind of a weird range. I mean, they're going down. Okay, I mean, Penn was like $40 2 weeks ago. So yeah. Opinion, Albert Seliger. Opinions on DRV and SRS. Okay, so DRV, you guys know I had that first trade from 20 to 33. I reloaded at 20. I got stopped out at 15 because the news just kept getting worse, and DRV was just going down, which defied logic. So I got stopped out on Friday at 7:30. 7:30 or 7:50. I ended up buying some DRV. I put a bunch on the bid. I didn't get filled. So DRV is definitely a trade that I'm looking at. I think what I'm going to do with DRV though is try and trade it a little bit more, you know, so get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, and just accumulate a bigger position. I think the time for DRV SRS is probably now, especially with, I think, mid-August to mid-September is just going to be a shit show in real estate. Tech put suggestions. Vince, tech put suggestions are always a little tough because right now everybody's just crowding the space. Everybody's crowding tech. So that presents an issue. Okay. Now, what you could do is just buy puts on the XLK, which is a technology ETF. Take a look at what they got in there. But I mean, look, I think that the tech stocks that are going to be under pressure, one, you don't want to go puts on any tech stock that is a stay-at-home stock. So this would be like Roku, Netflix. Yeah, they will have issues, but I'm just saying, there's bigger fish to fry in that space. You want to go with tech plays that are really consumer oriented. So honestly, I probably think that the best tech play to go after right now is probably Apple, if you're going to go puts. And Apple definitely had some issues on Friday. It was trying to pump and it just kept on getting smacked in the face. DRI, Furman, I hate that fucking stock. DRI, I might, you know what? I might actually take another crack at puts on that, because I think that'll be one where if they go bankrupt, that was one DRI. So DRI is dried-in restaurants or something, right? Or Durden restaurants. I think it's dried-in. Durden would be too cool, like Tyler Durden from Fight Club. I'd probably go puts like Cheesecake Factory. Basically, I would short any fucking restaurant chain right now. Everything that was banking on a reopening, short. That includes casinos. Some are going to be a little bit more insulated than others, especially ones that are, like people love casino stocks, right? So maybe people leave MGM, Caesars, and they go to Wynn because Wynn's got a really big presence in what's it called, Macau, or wherever else. Cruise lines, airlines. I mean, guys, that time for the put was when American Airlines was at $20. When Carnival was at $20. One of my good friends, who's probably going to watch this and critique me, has like $50 in Carnival cruise line puts. Fucking aggressive, super aggressive. They're for July 24th. Now, you can take that type of size out if you've got that time. But even still, people are still going to find value there. I don't think that think of where like the low was on Carnival, which is just under $8. I think you could probably split the difference between where we are now. Drop it $1, so call it 14 on Carnival. I say maybe you get $11, $10-11 would be the low, I would think, maybe. But yeah, I think that and if you do go puts on any of this shit, understand that don't swing for the fences on this, all right? Because you could end up hitting a home run not swinging for the fences. And what I mean by that is, especially with put options or even call options, right? But let's talk about puts because it's more relevant to the conversation. If, let's say, I'm like, I don't feel good about Carnival, and Carnival is at like $15 right now. I think that this thing's going to go fucking bankrupt. And that's what you say to yourself. All right? It's a good possibility. Well, it's not going to go bankrupt. I don't think it will. In fact, I'm pretty confident it'll never go bankrupt. So instead of being like, all right, I'm going to get like $10 puts or $7 puts, get $14 puts. Get $14 puts a month out, okay? That way, if you are right and you do beat those expectations, yes, you're going to pay a little bit more upfront for the option because of the strike is so close and because the time period is so long, but you are going to be fucking rewarded for paying that premium on time and proximity to strike. Because if it does go to $10, That thing's going to look fucking awesome. All right. Zoom is going up and Fastly. I've never heard of Fastly. You know, look, Zoom is a tricky one because I don't know how fucking Zoom is at $250. The price to earnings ratio is out of control. And there are other platforms that can provide the same service and have already figured out a way to monetize that. So, you know, I think I think Zoom is definitely a sell, but it's also a tricky one in the market because because it gets so much, free press. Everybody talks about Zoom. Everybody's using Zoom. Yeah, I mean, look, Zoom is FOMO driven, but like, look at Lululemon. Does anybody understand why Lululemon is fucking $300? An apparel company? I sold that thing at fucking under 220, I think 218. And I was like, I'm a fucking genius. I was like, I almost made $50 not $50. Yeah, almost. Made like $40 on the trade. It's like 39. And I was like, fucking sick at this investing game, this swing trading game. And then I went to 300 and I'm like, you fucking idiot. Why'd you sell that thing? I mean, I guess I sold it also because I thought they just made yoga pants. And I was like, what? I was like, why is this fucking yoga pant company going through the roof? What do I know? Are we close to buying weed? No, we're not close. We're closer. Are we close to buying weed? I don't know. Are we close to being on bread lines and boarding up our windows to keep us from looters? Yeah, we're closer. Doesn't mean I'm going to start boarding up my windows. Same way I'm not going to just start buying up Canopy. Also, I mean, weed as in general weed, not weed as in Canopy growth. I think that you are going to have your winners and losers in the pot and cannabis industry. I just actually contributed to, or gave a bunch of quotes for a piece on ETFs, which should be coming out shortly. You know, look, I think the concentration is going to be in the United States, and with that concentration, it's going to mean Curaleaf, Green Grow, Green Thumb. So Green Thumb Industries, Curaleaf, Trulieve, and then you got to stick to the OG, which is GW Pharma, and maybe Cresco Labs, and maybe one other that's just super speculative. All right. But that's where you're going to want to be. If you have to hold one in Canada, I mean, I think it would be Kronos, but you're basically just buying Kronos because of its cash position, not because you think it's going to be a fucking, home run. I definitely think that you should not be buying Aurora Cannabis. I think everybody's just, all the old management, everything just selling that stock. Terry Booth selling like a fucking $1 million every other week. Jesus, how much stock does that motherfucker have? Short squeeze. Yogurt pants. Yogurt pants. Sounds like somebody. I mean, let's be honest. We've all had yogurt pants before. All right. The fuck you guys talking about? Shadow banned again? I don't know, shadow ban. You want me to shadow ban you? I have no idea. I have no context to your question because I'm not scrolling up. But maybe I should scroll up. Let's see. Oh, guys, if you're new to this channel, guys, I usually am a little bit more active. Subscribe. I'm a fucking good looking dude. And I get fucking bomb trades. All right. Oh, guys, also Tuesday is TTG Tuesday. So if you don't know what TTG Tuesday is, Guess what? I can help you with that. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there we go. So on Tuesday, it's I would hold on from commenting because it's gonna lost. Hit those codes. This is the only code I really like putting out, Glenny. I really do like putting out this code because people get to trade with me for free. Don't cost nothing, just for a day. Just for a day. So you get to see what's up. I want people to make some money on a Tuesday. And look, if small caps are doing well or we're hitting trades out of the park, then I've basically paid for your membership. So you're fucking welcome. Okay, Shadowben. Yeah, have you come to TTG Tuesday? Oh, guys, also, here's the thing with TTG Tuesday. I won't say anything, but I don't know if our developer has fixed it yet. But if you've come into TTG Tuesday more than once or twice, you won't be able to come in again. So I don't know if we've fixed that yet. So this actually might be the last week, especially for some of you guys that just basically come in every Tuesday. Oh my God. I'm so red in the face. But yeah. Guys, I get this thing on fucking home values. So commercial real estate is where the short's at. Residential real estate, where I live, is fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. In my neighborhood in the last year, because I have like this thing with all of like the home prices, the average home has appreciated in value in the last year $57,000 in my neighborhood. That's fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. I told my wife, I'm like, maybe we should refinance our house. Probably get a lower rate. Yeah. What kind of cash position would you need to actually take advantage of TTG Tuesday? People come in with all kinds of cash positions. So it depends, right? Now, if you've got a cash account, you can trade options with me all day. If you're trading in something longer term, usually I give you an option that you can hold overnight. And if not, I tell you, this isn't an option you want to hold overnight. So, on Tuesday, I gave people some option trades and held those overnight, and they ended up being pretty good. Well, I got them out of them at a small profit and then got into something else. But that's what happens when you're not in on Wednesday. Nice, Alice. Yeah, guys. So I did one trade. I only alerted 2 trades on Friday. So one was a Roku trade, and it was decent. It was like 90-cent move. Actually, that's really good. That's not decent. That's a home run. And that's a 90-cent move from my entry from top to bottom. Some people got in 40 cents cheaper. So they fucking killed it. And then the last thing was US steel puts. And the US steel puts, I was looking at them earlier in the day when US steel was like 741, 742. And I was like, I want to get these July, I think 19th or July 7th. I think it was July 19th puts. Either the $7 or the 750s. I'm like, I'd prefer to get the 750s. And then when I started looking at the SPY, I was like, let me take a look at what's going on with US Steel. And I just saw US Steel and started watching level 2. And it was like people just like fucking just trying to fucking blow out of that position. So I was like, fuck it. So I bought $7 puts. Not much. I bought a starter position. So I bought 50 contracts on the $7 put for next week. So 50 contracts on that one is cheap. So it's not like 50 contracts on like Apple, which cost you, could cost you fucking 20 grand for those contracts. So 50 contracts on USD was like $1,250. So we'll see. But yeah. All right. Average home price in Toronto is 1.75 million. Yeah. My wife really likes Canada. We really like Vancouver. And a couple of years ago, we went to Vancouver. And I was like, I'm like, why don't we buy a house here? I'm like, US dollar strong. I'm like, I can do my job anywhere. There's a lot of weed here. So, business always be good. And, I had a conference. And so she went like out on her own in Vancouver. And I guess she started looking at real estate. And she's like, nope. And then she was like showing me the size of these houses. And it's like when somebody comes to my house, so when my Canadian friends come to my house and, they're always like, damn, like, how much does this cost? I was like, and I tell them like, dude, this house would be like $7 million in Canada. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, real estate market in Canada is nuts, but it's a supply and demand issue. And then you got a lot of people from outside of the country just scooping up real estate because, they don't want to, they need to keep their money in something, they don't want to keep it in their government banks because they don't want that shit to get nationalized. So it makes sense. Yeah, 52% income tax. Oof, brutal. Should we like and subscribe to this video? Asking for a friend. Yeah, I think you should. You should really like and subscribe to this video. I don't know why. I think you should subscribe. Especially because we're, answering Glenny Trade's question about cannabis. Is there a way that I could just make, this is how YouTube newbie I am. Is there a way that I can only make my subscribers, like, I just make my fucking YouTube private. So it's like, you've got to be subscribed or you don't get to see what I'm saying. I should do that, right? Did somebody dip into the dinos? So get this. So I think it was last year, my cleaning lady, who's fucking wonderful. Really, you got to see. She cleans my office and it's like fucking immaculate. And she like organizes shit. And I'm always like, wow, great job. Last year she threw out, I had an RX bottle filled with keef. Because like my friends know that I'm really fucking lazy. I don't like fucking breaking up weed. I hate stuff that's sticky. All right. Yeah. So there you go. There's a little wolf info for you. I hate stuff that's sticky. I hate sand. Like getting on your I hate watching somebody eat, especially my kids, like eat a sandwich or something and have like sand on there. I'm like, oh, they're going to eat sand. So yeah, anyway, my friends know to give me keef. So keef, if you're not aware, is like the fucking crystals. It's the shit. It's the bee's knees. All right. That shit gets you high. So I have, friends that are growers and, and legally and illegally that give me some really fucking good shit. Like I haven't bought weed since probably 2015. And I think I did when I did buy weed, it was for somebody else. So he gave me a jar of it was Blue Dream, which is like this really good strain, and my cleaning lady threw it out. She thought it was garbage. She was like, "Oh, what is this?" So anyway, I had another RX bottle filled with dinosaur food, Keef, and I thought it got thrown out, and then I just found it. So I'm just like, so what I'll do is I'll like dip a cigarette in it, like just at the front, or I'll, get the tobacco. I'll just fucking dip it, and then rip it, and toss it once the weed's already burnt out. I think my subscribers in Canada, I think it's probably what, like 70-30. That's usually how it'll work. So like my website, so I own marijuanastocks.com, which I don't know if a lot of you guys knew or not. And 70% of the subscribers are in the US, the other 30 are in Canada. And that's pretty much par for the course. Short squeeze. You and Mike both give away far too much for free. Yeah, short squeeze, there's a bigger picture to what Mike and I are doing, like a much bigger picture. Whereas if I explained it to you guys, and some of you on one-on-ones have asked me flat out, and I've told you, and then they're like, "Oh, that makes sense." So, yeah, look, information is free, right? Why do I need to hoard it? I would have loved for people to spoon feed me shit. And look, 90% of you won't listen to a word I say. You'll be like, oh, you'll look and then be like, fuck, I should have listened, or glad I didn't listen. But that's just kind of how it goes. So, you give away information. Here, I can't speak for Mike, but this is kind of how I did it on how I do it on Twitter. How I did it on Twitter before I started using this platform more, and then True Trading Group. So I was doing it on Twitter to just rub it in people's faces, to be like, hey, guess what? I fucking told you so. Okay. Nothing besides like making a really great trade and just getting that vibration on my phone that I just took profit. Nothing gives me more pleasure than fucking trolling somebody that told me something wasn't going to happen that I said would happen. It's like, that's what it's like. That's not my cum face. That's a cum face, just not my cum face. My cum face is like, you hear like change. So yeah. Yeah, Chris. Mike has way too much patience for fucking stupid questions. Oh, what do I think about some Starbucks puts? Yeah, look, I think anything in food or beverage is a target. Is TGOD dead in the water? I think that they're dead in the water. I'm basically just going to write off. I'm going to use my PP, so my private placement shares, as a write-off against gains, which sucks because I was up a lot, like a lot. But I also, guys, it's, I want you to put this in perspective. So I'm basically taking a write-off of like 250,000 on TGOD. All right. Now, it didn't completely blow up because I sold a huge chunk of it at a profit. Okay. So I already paid for that 250K investment. And then from the IPO on, add another like 2 million to that. So people are like, oh, you're getting fucking destroyed in this. I made it very clear. Everything that I was holding was just like, I don't fucking care. It was at fucking 35 cents US. So I'm not even underwater on it. Because I sold that shit at 50 cents. I got a fuckload of warrants. So the warrants hurt. The warrants I'm going to take a bath on. I bought 300,000 warrants. Got like 30 cents on T-God. So fuck it. Oh my God. Why is the AGM in December? Those motherfuckers. I think we should mount a serious campaign to get rid of Brian and Sean. You got destroyed by T-God. Guys, I don't feel bad for people that got destroyed by T-God because you could have made a lot of fucking money on T-God. And I told everybody that I got out of T-God in March of 2019 and it went up another $1. So take fucking profit. I think Facebook is going to, they lost some really big advertisers. So if advertisers start going, yeah. And I think also the advertisers, you have to look at it like this. I think a lot of their budgets were dialed back anyway because of COVID. So, now they get to, advertise about themselves by not advertising on Facebook. So they get a lot of press and earned media by doing shit like that. Would T-God ever see a class action? No, none of these. No, I have never seen a class action work. I saw a class action for CanTrust, and I lost $100,000 on CanTrust, and the class action was like if you lost like 50,000 or more, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, never heard anything else about it. So look, that's just how it goes in the market. It's really tough to recoup your money. When can we short wing? I've wanted to short wing for a while, but now there's rumors of a buyout. So I'm fucking going nowhere near that thing. Thing is defying gravity. Joe Canada. Joe, I hate Liberty Health Sciences. People buy that shit because it's 50 cents. I don't like buying anything that's under $1. For the most part, I just bought 735,000 shares of a magic mushroom company under $1. So, what's up, SoCal? So yeah, so 746. So yeah, guys. So, what are your feelings on Nikola? I think it's a little bit of a cult stock. I think it's running out of some steam. I don't think you guys are going to get that short squeeze, but I hope I'm wrong because there's a lot of people in it. I really want to short INO. So guys, this is for TTG Tuesday. All right. So if you haven't subscribed for TTG Tuesday, there's the link. You can trade with me for free. It costs you fucking zero. Yeah, Flip. I want to. Hey, Johnny B. Trust me, I want to be playing DMX tomorrow, but not that much DMX because I kind of want to make. I'm gunning for like 100% on that position. If we gap down tomorrow, I think we'll get 100% on that position. Maybe 650 would be fucking great. Now we'll get 100%. We'll get 50%. We'll get 50%. I'd be happy with 50%. Bummer, Chris. So yeah. So what about APHA? Afra is a good company. I'll never own them again. I won't trade the options because the options suck. I lost a bunch of money with Africa. I think it was like $84,000 when that big fucking stupid short report came out. And the reason that I got pissed about it is because as being somebody that knows a lot of people in Canada in the weed industry and knows a lot of the CEOs of these companies, I knew that they were self-dealing, and so I knew the risk going into it, and I got my hand caught in the cookie jar. So that's why I won't go back. Yeah. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. Hey, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Say hi to everybody. How are you, pal? Good, man. Let me hit you back up in like 10. Later. That's he was in my wedding. He was it's a cop. So I always got to answer when a cop calls, you know? Where were we? So Backstreet Boys. It's a fucking long story, okay? Oh, that was at my wedding. We were playing Backstreet Boys, that's right. So is the market going to correct this week? It's not going to correct this week. You know, I think you have to look at, I think market corrects, it corrects into, guys, I think that the market correction's like 270, maybe 270. You know, a lot of people have it at 280. Some put the range between 260 and 280. All right. But I'm telling you this, if we do get down to that 270, 280, and we've washed out the fear, we start fucking social distancing and doing all this shit, it is going to be a fucking golden age for call options. Or one of those weeks where if you don't know how to fucking trade an option, you're going to dick punch yourself. Dick punch. Boom. Every day. Because your friends that are trading options are going to be getting fucking rich. Stupid rich. That's all I'm waiting for. You know? It's like in my old job. So guys, I used to chase storms for a living. And we would chase disasters, not just storms. So like fucking worst case scenarios. And the bigger the disaster, the more money that guys like me made. Because, you know, our job was to close the deal for the firm, and we were doing like huge projects, like $200 million projects at like 2 to 5% commission, depending. And, so guys like me, it was like all you needed to work was one hurricane and you could make like, $2 million in commissions in 2 weeks. Think about that. Think about making like $2 million in commission in like 2 weeks. So when you hit a bottom in the market, similar to what we did in 2018 on December 26th, after that, options were easy and everybody got hooked on them. I mean, I was having like fucking $50,000 days, like I was like, is this fucking for real? Is this real life? So yeah. I'm trading daily. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, there's a lot of risk. I think Trump is going to lose. Fuck Trump. But honestly, I don't know how anybody in the market likes Trump. People are like, oh, look at this look at how the market's been crazy. Because when he got into office, he was already at 200. The market had been going like this since 2009, straight up. You know, the only fucking ripples were started when he started announcing the trade wars, the tariffs, and all that stupid shit. So, you know, he shook out the market. And then the mismanagement of the pandemic, I mean, guys, you know, we could be in a very like choppy 2 years. Okay. But if we do hit that bottom, that short term bottom, I'm going to say, there's going to be a reflex bounce. And that reflex bounce is where it's at. That's when you buy a fucking 1,000, call options and fucking hope you get the direction right. Yeah, I hate this chop. I really fucking hate this chop. So yeah, I mean, repos are bad. Will I be a salesman for your construction company? Yeah, that's how I started. So I came back. So guys, I graduated college. I moved to Australia to play lacrosse. Played for a team in Melbourne for like 3 months. Once my contract ended, I backpacked up the coast for like another 9 months, and then went to Fiji for a month. Lived in a hut. Came back. My dad was like, "Get a job." Worked as a financial advisor at Mass Mutual, and I was like, "This fucking job sucks." My neighbor had a construction company, and I was like, "Oh, can you put me on one of your crews?" And I did it for like a month, and he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "You are so fucking bad at this. Why don't you do sales for me?" He's like, "It's 100% commission." And I was like, "That means I don't make any money?" And he's like, "Yeah, pretty much." And I was like, so I had to learn how to sell. And my friends were like all out of college making like 30 grand. And I think my first year I made like 80 grand. And I was like, fuck this. Why am I on Long Island? I moved to South Beach. So yeah. Yeah, the English degree, I think I put the English degree to work when I came to Twitter. So yeah. But anyway, guys. All right, guys. So tonight, I'm gonna give you the link. Hold on. So at 8:30, I'm gonna be here. So you can rewatch that. All right. So that's at 8:30. And lastly, and I will remind you guys again that Tuesday is TTG Tuesday. Guys, also short week this week. So be mindful of that. So market closes Thursday. All right. Friday we have off because of 4th of July. So 4th of July is recognized on Friday. All right. Oh, Mike is on the air? Fuck. Well, he can fucking call me at 8:30. So Chris, yeah, you could use TTG Wolf 6. So give it TTG Wolf 6, not TTG Wolf, whatever the fuck I just did. There you go. You could use that. So, all right. Wow. Market closes. Oh, fuck it. No, it can't. Friday. Hold on, let me take a look. Let me just here. I'll tell you what I'm going based off of. Dun, 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 July. All right, so all my puts for this week end July 2nd. So that's Thursday. All right. If not, they would have ended July 3rd. How futures looking? Yeah, let's take a quick look at futures before I go. Pretty much flat. Guys, they are pumping hard. They are pumping hard. Yeah, it's flat. I mean, they're down. It's down 0.2%, but they're pumping. They're really trying to keep this above water. But anyway, I'm going to go. Guys, make sure you like this. I guess it does something to the algorithms. Just don't let me stay in the 20s, 26. Terrible number. Terrible number. All right. But also don't keep me in the 30s, guys. Guys, seriously, there's 71 of you on here. You think maybe 8 of you? Don't be a fucking peasant. Just like the thing. It's just for the algorithms. Like, I'm not looking for fucking instant gratification. I don't need it. I just don't like being in the 30s. And I know you guys know what's up. And the bigger the audience, the more fucking time I spend, the more questions, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. 45. Ooh, Donald Trump's presidency. Fucking kill me. Thanks, Johnny B. I always like to. All right. Okay, guys. So I will catch you at on TTG later.